Okay, so that we've gotten over the naming convention of whatever the last campaign was called.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Tangent over.
Not gonna be the last one.
Oh,
Definitely
no.
not the last tangent. Okay. So, sundry shady things, legal and otherwise, Ajax. Monsters' rights activist, possibly, Vera. Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
And full hog balls deep assassin, Aspen.
She got balls in?
I don't know, whatever you want. You got a wyvern.
She actually has
If you want to see you got balls, there's no one who's going to tell you don't.
But like, no mamby-pamby, oh, I'm just a legal assassin, I only kill bad people. You just straight up, I'm an assassin. Okay, alright. So, what happened last session was,
Alright, so here's... Okay, so Ajax went in, found this cool guy, went into a bar with him, stayed very, very long. Then there was, then he fell on the floor, and the cops came over, they're like, freeze, and I was like, I know, ran out, and they're like, nope, you got him back here, bitch.
That's
and then they chained me up, and then they started groping my ass, and it was very uncomfortable, and then you showed up!
I was there before you fell on the ground.
Oh no,
Okay,
no, and then the events of the last session happened.
Levitated 2 inches off the floor every 6 seconds. After you shot a hole through the roof.
What I was trying to go for is that stripper... That was at the beginning of Ajax's night. What happened last session was at the end. So on 2 separate occasions, people pretending to be cops came in and groped his ass.
Were they strippers?
Oh quite possibly.
very quite possible.
Yes.
Okay, so... Near the end of Ajax's night, he sent out the call through the Guardian's link to
You make it sound like a bat symbol.
What?
You make it sound like the bat symbol.
Okay, so he
I
quite literally
protested.
magic cell phoned.
Oh, I am.
Vera and Aspen.
Well,
No, he magic cell phoned everyone, and I was the only one who showed up.
Everyone
Yes.
on his contacts list.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone on your contacts list.
We're the
That
only ones
explains
that showed up.
so much of what I'm about to do.
alright.
Alright, so you spammed everyone on your contacts list with, hey, come meet me at this bar, it's gonna be great, free drinks. Drinks are on me / my buddy who's paying for my drinks anyways. Have you ever seen, what is that thing?
Home?
Home? Have you seen Home? It's a movie.
Oh, probably not.
Damn it, it's a kid's movie. But the whole premise is that there's a tangent alert and spoiler alert. The whole premise is that there's an alien race that takes over Earth, but they're sort of bumbling around, not knowing what they're doing. But one of the aliens actually sends like a reply all to the universe to come, get my housewarming party, and invites like their enemies to come destroy Earth and whatnot. Spoiler alert. He just sort of did. Alright.
Oh. This is Mothru sect?
No, this is the
Vernosian?
Vernosian?
The
Yeah.
Vernosian sector, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you spammed everyone to come hang out. Vera decided she was in the area. She'd show up. It's your divine mandate to never turn down free booze as a child of Endium.
Yep. That is correct.
I gave you the address to the place and turned up the name of the bar was the Leaky Sausage.
Yep.
Yes, the bar's name was the Leaky Sausage, and it was quite obviously a gay bar / strip club. It was, I believe, 9 o'clock in the morning when you got the message.
Yeah.
So you decided to just go see what was going on. You went in, and the bartender guy there was haggard. He looks like he hadn't slept in days. Was complaining about not being able to go home because you guys were still there buying drinks.
Buying,
Quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Ajax was doing nothing of the sort. He was drinking all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
get the character sheets.
oh right, that probably would have been a good idea. Character sheets.
Wow.
Yeah, good idea. Very professional.
Did we ever get what was the other guy? Hikari? A new sheet?
No.
For the new one? Alright.
He's not here yet.
Alright.
Yeah. And my dice are over there. Sorry, just
Okay.
random things.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay,
continue with the explanation.
And so you guys sort of partied a little bit. She tried to drink and get drunk. Didn't really work out too well for her. She was too sober to enjoy everything that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We decided to go back to my
You
buddy's
guys
place.
decided to go back to who?
My buddy's place.
Yeah, to your
Yeah.
buddy's place to continue the festivities. And then, who died? Was it the bartender or your buddy?
My buddy.
Your buddy. Okay.
Because I couldn't pay for the drinks.
Yes, right. And so just as he was about to go, swipe and pay for the money, pay the bill, right, he died. And you were completely oblivious to, you just thought he just collapsed and died. Vera managed to barely notice the presence of an assassin. Which is where Aspen comes in. He's hired to kill your new drinking buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think we gave him a name.
I think
That's how unimportant he was. We will call him Sebastian.
Okay, Sebastian works. Sebastian sounds like a guy who would hang out at a gay bar.
Yes, it does. That's why I chose the name.
Sorry.
Sorry to anyone
So-
who's listening.
yes.
His name's Sebastian. Your name is fine.
We're sure that you're
It's
not
all
a
too
homosexual,
fine.
probably.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So,
I probably
did you say the name
last
is too fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so Vera tried to track him down. However, this being Vernosian Vernosian Ward Bar, the
ceilings were like 3 feet
ceilings
too
were
short.
about 3 feet too short for your Kruthnik's size. So you had to crawl around your hands and knees. So you're army crawling it into the kitchen, and
was she trying to go out the front door and I was trying to go out the kitchen? I think
I
I
that's
don't remember what was happening.
I was following where I saw
Yeah,
the
she was following.
Okay.
Yeah. The bartender was trying to go out the front door.
Okay.
You were in the kitchen already, I think.
I think I was faster than her, so I was in the kitchen.
Yes.
And then she
the
tripped
cops came in. You tripped him?
Yeah, she tripped.
No. I
Well,
didn't
no,
trip him.
Aspen.
She did.
Aspen tripped.
Aspen tripped Ajax. He landed on his feet. It's like, stupid foretile. Boom.
Right.
Shot.
And
What's
then
that?
right as the
you
gunshot.
call-
Your-
The savior's foot of the yellow pig.
Jeez. Yeah, I just had to hear that.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Do you
right.
have to say it like that every time?
Yes.
That's in the feat description. Yes.
You
Yeah.
have to actually scream it.
He has to. No, he doesn't have to scream it. But he has to say the name of the technique every time he does it.
Well, the technique is exclusively me saying that, waiting a half a second, and then shooting the guy in the foot so that he's like, wait, what?
Exactly. So the doors burst in, and two Vernosian-looking police officers came in through the front door. The kitchen's back door burst in, just as Aspen was about to make good her escape. And really the only reason that you guys are alive as witnesses is because you guys were on her squad for a year with the Battleborn. I'm going to say that you do have some, maybe not morality, but loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay? And the cops ignored the dead guy that was lying at the till, ignored the blathering of the barkeep,
ignored the bloody spot on the floor.
ignored the bloody spot on the floor where someone got shot, but no one has a visible wound.
Mm.
I thought she cleaned that up.
Yeah, she did clean that up.
Yes, that's why no one noticed it.
Okay.
There's still a bullet hole.
Well, burn hole.
Burn hole. You're right. You shoot lasers.
Uh-huh.
Right. And they proceeded to get all up in Ajax's personal space, asking him about where's the ring, what's going on. You're under arrest.
I blasted my way through the ceiling, cast the slowest moving levitation spell possible on myself, and shouted, "You will forever remember this as the day you almost caught Ajax the White."
And continued to float 2 inches every...
a foot or a minute.
Yeah, foot a minute, that's what it was, yeah. And everyone just sort of stopped, watched you, tried to figure out what you were doing, until they realized that you were just holding the pose, fist up in the air, head back in exultation, and you just slowly rising up in the air.
You're probably going a lot faster in your mind because you're drunk.
Yes. You probably felt like you were on like a spaceship. Just woo!
No. In my mind, I was spinning.
Oh, there we go. So they cuffed you. They frisked you. They're doing all sorts of interesting questions
while I'm still floating in the air.
While you're still floating in the air, and they're trying to
chain me to the floor.
Chain you to the
kitchen
island in the center that they do all the work and stuff on. However, your levitation spell is interesting in that it was not designed to be used
on a person
or above water.
Uh-huh.
So, the effect of the spell literally ripped the kitchen island out of its section in the floor, and you guys started to float up. I don't remember exactly what happened after that.
I got annoyed with the cops and hurled the kitchen island into one of them. I rolled like 15 die 6 and threw him out of the...
Vera got fed up with basically having a cop hold a gun to her head.
Mm-hmm.
And basically...
stood up and forced her way through the
I was
floor and
stomping through the actual floorboards. My head was like...
in the next floor up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as I went to grab Ajax like a balloon...
Okay.
I slipped inside the island.
Yeah.
To protect myself from...
And then just ran out.
Okay. So you sort of Hulk smashed your way through the wall?
Yeah.
Wall, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you're lucky you were in the slums, because that's like the only section of the city that you would feasibly be able to do that to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys had killed or dealt with, I think, 3 out of the 4 Vernosian officers.
And then the real cop showed up.
Yes. You guys were able to tell, even maybe you, in your completely wasted state.
Yeah. I think I was able to tell that they weren't real cops. I'm not sure if I was able to tell if that they weren't strippers.
Well... Aspen knew that they weren't real cops. She threw down a smoke bomb and then killed most of them.
Okay.
Make a roll to put cell phones on vibrate.
Yeah, we should do that.
Good thing I didn't bring my cell phone down.
Should probably mute mine. You want to turn your laptop's volume down if you've got Hangouts up for the chat.
Got it.
Okay. So you couldn't tell if they were stripper cops or like criminals pretending to be cops.
Mm-hmm.
I think you as the assassin and you as Vera with your enhanced senses noticed that the officer, quote unquote, equipment was substandard, ill-fitting, was not kept to the level of quality that most wash officers are required to keep their gear at.
Mm-hmm.
as like the only level of law enforcement period in the city. They're almost like Judge Dredd, except they aren't like a judge. But they're sort of equipped similarly. Heavy armor, specialized weapons for crowd control and whatnot. And you also would have known this after spending a year in the service of the Battleborn, that a watch officer never goes anywhere without their dog. All watch officers are paired with a absolutely massive Mastiff-like dog.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, the dogs are
And
scary.
it's part of the reason why they're called like the watchdogs. And taunting thing to a cop is to like hoo, hoo, bark at them. It's sort of like how it's a taunting thing to call cops pigs and oink at them and stuff like that. Okay. Doing canine euphemisms of any kind with the watches, a one-way ticket to getting a...
Well, the thing is that they always have their dogs on them. So it's the sort of thing that you do exactly once.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so we will continue with where we left off. Vera had taken the floating Ajax inside his protective cupboard prison. Are you still handcuffed?
Yes, yes, he is.
Am I handcuffed or am I my feet cuffed?
Your feet are cuffed.
I think someone cuffed your hands behind your back and then cuffed your ankle to the island.
All right.
I figured that at the very least, like the door to the cupboard that you're hiding in is
slightly ajar. Okay.
Just your foot, just like...
Yeah, like the chain snake.
The chain snaking out a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, Aspen, you saw Vera make her own exit. You are currently cloaked, but at the scene of the crime, where you are responsible for at least 2 murders.
Right. Oh, and the real watch is here.
And the real watch is here, yes. It looks as if you...
By the way, guys, just screw you. Okay.
Hey, if you hadn't tripped me.
You were there.
Okay, so...
What business did you guys have to be going into the kitchen anyway?
Run away.
I wanted to make a sandwich, damn it.
Try to get away from the smelling dead body.
That's true as well.
Door. Okay.
So, what is your character going to do? You can't really stay here for very long. You know that the Watch have instruments and abilities for seeing into invisibility spells.
Right.
So you can't stay here. You are noticing that they are starting to cordon off the area with alarm posts, so that anything that crosses over these areas will let them know that something has left the area or something is going in. There's, like I said, a lot of watch people coming, but there is a significant portion of them focusing on the Krufniks in the Renosian sector, carrying the really realistic looking balloon of a kitchen cupboard.
Who's now starting to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, both of you are now starting to sort of walk on the air. But the really is Vera, because you're the one running.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, since there's a hole in the ceiling of the establishment, I think she'll...
It's not all the way through, it's just up 10 stories out of 30.
Well, yeah, but if she goes to the top floor, then she's technically not at the scene of the crime, really. And
Well,
then
you're
she
also
can make her way
Okay, yeah.
and hide up on the other levels.
Okay, so you're going to go up through the hole that Ajax burned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Using what abilities? You climb up physically, or are you going to...
She could use her telekinesis on herself.
Okay.
I do want to I'm not really sure what abilities the Watch have, but I'm pretty sure the dogs could probably smell my character.
Absolutely.
But I think there was something that I had that prevented her character from
Smelling.
catching her scent.
Yeah.
So I'm
It
not
was
sure.
probably one of your ninja abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also keep in mind that this is the Vernosian district and she's Zamathru, so if they go floor by floor through the building, they find you. You're a suspicious person.
You should also remember that this is the Vernosian sector and you're Zamathru, and the Vernosians and the Zamathru absolutely still hate each other.
Alright. Bullshit. Okay, then maybe that would...
I would recommend GTFO.
Alright.
So you're trying
So she'll probably go through one of the areas that haven't been set to go off, like an alarm, like an area that hasn't been alarmed yet.
Okay.
Is there a way to tell if... This is the slums, correct?
Yes, you're in the slums.
Is there a way to tell if a Zamathru used their dig speed, their tunneling thing? Burrow?
Burrow is designed to work in the Zamathru homeland, which is light, loose soil, sandy. I will say that you can burrow through soft ground.
This isn't really soft, is it?
No, but the trash-filled alleyways are. They are packed with debris and detritus. And I'll say that you were a competent enough assassin to know that one of the escape routes that you had planned if things went really south was like a sewer entrance grate.
Okay.
Behind the thing. However, they are buried beneath about 20 feet of refuse.
Considering my character is an assassin, she would know if the Watch would be able to tell if she used her ninja abilities, correct? Like, any residual, like, magical effects left over from...
Yes, which ninja abilities are you talking about? Your key powers?
Yes, her key powers.
It would take them longer than it would as if you used magic. But they would still be able to find out that, yes, someone used this type of magical effect here.
Well, okay. I guess that's not too bad.
Would she know if the alarm spell works, only extends above ground or above and below?
She has a key ability that allows her to teleport within sight. Would that trip the alarm?
Straight up teleportation, or is it like an instantaneous movement?
Would have to look that up. I wrote teleport here, but that might have just been like a shorthand.
I'll go with teleport.
Okay.
Okay. You are unsure. You haven't exactly tested yourself against the Watch before.
Right. Well, because I'm normally in the Black Citadel.
And also, normally, you get your job done before the Watch even knows that they need to be there.
Right. I'm making significant eye contact with you guys. Okay. Alright, then she'll probably not use any of her abilities then. She doesn't want to clue people in that
Okay.
some stage thing. Okay. Or that anyone else was here other than those two fools.
Now, the one thing that you know that cannot be tracked is any of the psychic abilities.
But the thing is that the burrow it's not magical.
It's a racial.
It's a racial thing. It's just they're able to dig easier than anything else.
Okay. So, the racial thing, the alarm, if you end your invisibility when you're in the sewers, you dig down, does the burrow cover their tracks?
She can choose to leave a tunnel if she wants to, but normally she doesn't.
Typically not, yeah.
Okay. So, you go beneath the sewers, then the only iffy thing is whether the alarm will catch you or not.
Or she can just stay in the sewers until the alarm is taken down.
Alright, so those are your options. You can go up through the blown out hole in the ceiling. You can go out.
That's gonna be on recording.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah.
And in future, you're probably banned Chewie. At least Chewie from being down here.
We'll keep the door shut and leave the dogs upstairs.
Okay.
It's been kicked. Okay. Alright, so I decided that she's not gonna stay in the area.
Okay.
And she'll probably use her escape route that she planned with the sewer.
Okay. So you're going to go out into the back alley and dig through probably 50 years or so of garbage to get to the sewer?
Nice.
Or would you want to...
No, I like it because it would throw off her scent if she left any.
Okay. Alright, so you hop into the back alley, which is basically at a corner to the alley that the kitchen door opened up into. And you're actually not even sure if this was an alley at one point, but it might have been a torn down house or other shanty piece of equipment. And you're sitting there looking at, a good 20-foot mound of crap.
Nice.
Disgusting, carcasses of rats.
Am I getting paid enough for this?
You
Certainly not.
are definitely not getting paid enough to dig through rotten rat corpses without protection on, because I don't think you have any special scent filters.
Probably not. Well, she does have her mask. So. And she probably used one of her gifts, the Guardian's gifts, to freshen things up.
It is the fact that you're going to be smearing putrefied rat goop on your face.
Very nasty. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, do you have
Getting away with
a
murder.
disabled device skill?
Does she? Would that be engineering?
Yes, engineering.
She has quite a few ranks in that.
Okay. I think you have trap finding as a ability. Even if you don't, you do.
Okay. Nice.
To the point where you probably would want to try to bypass the alarm using your
My skills.
your skill
Instead of
to-
avoiding it.
Yeah, to create a loophole in it. For
So that she
yourself.
can just walk through and not have to deal with the trash.
Yes.
Alright.
So you originally decided, okay, we'll take the dirty, hard assassin road out, going through the trash pile, and then you saw it. And
It's like,
smelled
nah, never mind. Not worth it. I'm not getting paid enough. Okay.
But think of how great a story it would make.
it. Right?
Tell your assassin
She
buddies.
also got shot in the foot, and she doesn't want any of that nasty disease stuff to get into her system, so...
Okay, that is another thing that you... Did you heal that?
Yeah, I think she used one of the
Vienna's
gifts,
gift?
Vienna's, yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
still.
Alright, so you are still invisible, and you can see that the watch is finished setting up the perimeter. They haven't yet pulled out the advanced equipment to look for invisible beings. However, you are worried in the fact that these are Vernosians, and they are well-known diviners.
Fuck. And their Detect X thing. Okay.
So how do you approach the alarm area, the alarmed areas,
Well,
to escape?
I'm thinking that she would get close enough where she can see it, but not be near it, because I feel like there'd be Vernosians keeping their eye on the equipment.
You'd be correct.
And she'll be using her telekinesis to engineer a loophole for herself.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Got a 5. What do I add?
You're engineering.
Engineering?
Yes.
I got 24 total.
Okay. So you manipulate your tools. These ones, specific, I guess, crystals designed to interact with and manipulate magical energy to sort of, those old cartoons where you like put a mirror and put a laser and then like spread it out and then the laser, reflects and doesn't trip anything. That's what you were trying to do.
Nice.
But the you're manipulating it and you're trying to manipulate the energy undetected, but maybe it was the device itself that had an alarm on it for tampering, anti-tampering, or one of the Vernosians was sweeping for anyone who wanted to tamper with it with their Detect X ability.
Okay.
But immediately, all of the watch officers, there's probably close to 36 of them now.
Nice.
All of them outfitted in heavy tactical gear, and all accompanied by a hound.
Great.
Their equipment bleeps a warning that someone's attempting to tamper with the alarm ward.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and immediately that section of the alarm ward like glows bright red and
Okay, well I'm glad I wasn't over there directly. Otherwise, choice. Okay.
Okay, so Vera, you are running with Ajax floating in the magically lifted cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
You are just now noticing that your feet are not touching pavement anymore. In fact, you have a 2-inch buffer zone between you and the floor. However, you seem to be able to walk normally.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to notice that it's rising the longer you keep running.
Well.
Does she know what spell Ajax cast?
Roll a intelligence check.
I think you would know of the spell, but probably not the specific way that I've used it.
23.
You know that there is a spell that the Area Satus use that allows them to normally raise an entire sunken battleship from the depths of the ocean or the rivers and cause it to be seaworthy again, with the magic keeping it afloat. You've never heard of an application of it in this manner.
Is she strong enough to try and pull him down towards the ground?
Are you strong enough to pull down a battleship?
What's your cast level, Ajax?
I'm 10th level.
10th level. Okay. And we're using the mastery rules, right?
I think so.
Okay, so roll. And what's your intelligence mod?
My intelligence modifier is +7.
Okay.
34.
You haul down, right, against the pull of the buoyancy effect, and you strain with all your muscles against it, and you slowly sink back down to the ground at the same rate that you were ascending.
Can I tell that someone is attempting to force down the island?
Yes, you can feel that the spinning has shifted.
I am going to take the gun that wasn't stolen from me, and without opening the cupboard door, I'm going to fire a shot through the floor at the foot of whoever's trying to pull me to the ground.
So roll a 1d8 for the horizontal plane, 1d8 for the...
It would just be for the X and the
Roll 2d8.
3 and 2.
3 and 2. Alright. So starting from here. 2, 3. So off to your right, and then 2. Starting here. 1, 2. So you basically shot up like here.
Wait, hang on. I know which way is up and down.
No, you don't.
You're
No,
drunk.
you don't. You're floating inside the thing
Okay,
anyways.
sure.
And you're drunk.
Alright, whatever.
Notice I have to figure out what position you're in relative to the cupboard. Roll 2d12.
5. 10.
5 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then you. Roll percentile. And what's your AC, Vera?
That was a
35.
9.
What is it?
35.
35. What's your touch AC?
Damn.
13.
Okay. How much damage does your pistol?
It does
Your laser pistol?
1 die 10.
Okay. Could you roll me a die 10? No, you don't get to add your dex bonus to this one.
2.
2. Okay. So he spams shots out of the cupboard. And they start burning holes through it, and the light show is attracting the attention of the watch people that you are trying to get away from. One of the energy bursts reflects off of a warded storefront as you're now out of the slums and in District 12 of the Venosian area. It's not much better than the slums, but at least it's got quote-unquote real infrastructure. And part of the real infrastructure is stonework and buildings that are generally immune to magic unless you have not really a permit, but permission to modify the stonework. So the magical energy powered laser beam deflects off of the stonework and pings and nicks you right on the bottom of your chin, scorching a goatee if you were a man.
If I don't have any charges, this also does con damage to me, right?
Yes. Yes, it does.
1 con?
If you
Fire a shot without any...
if you don't have any charges, you can't fire the gun. But if you try and use your blast...
Oh, so never mind, that didn't happen at all.
I
I clicked...
clicking.
Yeah,
Okay. So, he's just click, 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 click.
all those dice rolls for nothing.
Okay. You are a bit disturbed when he pokes the thing of his pistol out of the
cupboard. It says...
Right.
It says... I'm warning you. I'm a black belt in a martial art I just invented 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. Will you shut up if I get us away from more trouble?
I poke my head out of the cupboard. Vera?
Yes. She's continuing to run, and she's gonna duck into some alleyways.
Mm-hmm.
Alright?
You might want to ditch the island.
Yeah, that is true. So, when she's in a darker alleyway, she's gonna yank Ajax out of the island.
And break my
And-
chains? Because I'm still
Yeah.
chained to the thing.
Quick question. What did you roll for that strength check?
A 19.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll again.
Oh god.
So you managed to, get through to the alleyway before you realize that you're a foot off the ground again.
$28.
Okay, you can't force your way through it. Right, you're still hovering there. Okay, so you get into the alleyway. You're still floating a foot off the ground. And you have the battered remains of the kitchen island. And what you're going to do?
She's going to pull Ajax out and try to get the chain off of him, off the kitchen island,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's gonna start running. After.
Okay. You
Hopefully.
got Cuff with Watch.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to make a strength check if you just want to try and rip them apart.
1.
Oh dear. Roll again.
Alright, 6.
Having some great rolls tonight.
Okay. You don't know how it happened, but Ajax's ankle cuff, right? You're trying to rip it off of the island. You put your feet on it. You've got both hands on the chain. You're pulling with all of your Krithmik's 8-foot plus might, right? Your muscles are bulging, sweat's pouring off of your face. You're about to, use your racial fury power, just to like break the thing, and then there's a chink and a click and a soft pressure around your wrist. And your left wrist has been somehow tethered to Ajax's right ankle.
Ooh. Is my other ankle free?
Yes, your other ankle is free.
Oh, okay. Alright. I know this looks bad, but I have a plan. Get in the cupboard.
What?
Get in the cupboard.
I just got you out of that fucking cupboard.
I said get in the cupboard.
I can't fit in there.
Well, just make it fit.
That was Snapchat, and it was like a update that was added to it.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back.
Did you guys get the last burger?
I have no idea.
It's by the eggs.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, so what were we talking about?
You guys are
Get in the island.
Get in the cupboard. Yeah.
I'm too big.
Make it fit.
Make it fit.
Wait. So couldn't you just get out of the cupboard island thing?
Well, no, I'm getting out of it, and she's getting in. That's the plan.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Okay, just ditch the island. Have
Well, you saw how
on
well
her
that worked.
shoulders as she books it. That way that she can.
My
move her
my
ankle,
plan
because they're
is
attached,
she
apparently.
crawls into the island. I can move like 160 miles an hour. I take the thing like a shopping cart and push it all the way to the center of the city. Screaming my ass off the
But
entire
her
way.
arm is attached to your foot.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if her arm would be going like pendulum
100
style.
miles an hour.
Ooh, that workout.
What's your strength score? You can take it.
I got a strength score of 40.
Alright, yeah. You can survive that.
It's more along the lines of not at what her strength score is and her surviving it. It's whether or not you can pull her arm along if she doesn't want you to.
You just like. Kind of like
Can I make another escape check?
Yes, you can try to make another escape artist check.
That was a 2.
Okay.
having some great rolls.
So you're floating in there, and you're trying to do all these like discombobulating, maneuvers where you're twisting your ankle around trying to escape, and you're trying to get your handcuffs undone from behind your back, and somehow you end up with the handcuffs behind your back tangled in her hair, right, and the your leg like sticking straight up in the air, and her arm like sticking up there along with it, and you're sort of like head down. Your shoulders are resting on her shoulders.
Okay.
So your feet are up in the air, your head's facing down, but your backs are to each other.
I know this looks bad,
Really?
but trust me, I have a plan.
Do you still want me to get into the fucking cupboard?
Well, I'll admit I don't think that's possible anymore.
Everybody get on the floor! This is the watch! As
Little help, sorry. I'm
two of the more persistent Vernosians, and it's very disturbing to hear that deep of a voice coming from a man who's probably 4'2". Two of the more persistent watch officers and their hounds round the corner. They look really excited to be chasing down somebody. you can immediately smell the eagerness on this person. Like, you can tell that they're green and that they want to prove themselves. That's probably the reason why they tracked you for a quarter mile through the slums. When most watch officers would have been like, alright, let them go.
Is my gift of body dependent on me being able to move my legs?
No, it is not. You instantaneously accelerate your body in any direction that you wish up to the distance limitation.
All right, officers, we're gonna do it. Fly backwards.
Your reaction is good
Sure.
enough, Vera.
Good enough to what? Stop him?
To either try to stop him or to go along with him.
You know what? Once his thing ends, she's gonna start hers.
So you're going to
Basically do a
relax
chain.
into the float, and then he's going to go back,
And then I'm gonna go.
and then you're going to go?
Yep.
Are you moving in the same direction as me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So we're gonna tag team
interesting.
this.
Just you just go back, and then you go forward again. Okay, so you can move, what, 80 feet?
150 feet 6 times around.
Okay, so you ping-pong your way through the alley, maybe up onto the edge of one of the buildings, and you can see that the Vernosian watch officer is doing his best to keep up with you, but he's just not fast enough. He's not as skilled magically with the gifts as you guys are. So you get up and exhaust your uses of the gift for the round when you reach the top of one of the smaller buildings here. The smaller being relative as you guys are about 800 feet off the ground from where you started. Okay, so you're on top of one of the smaller slum
And
E
still
buildings.
floating
And still floating
upwards.
upwards. However, you can see that the watch officer is probably about halfway to you guys by now, using the same technique.
Well,
And
you
you
guys
have no
are
idea-
using both of your.
And you have
Yeah.
no idea where the dog is.
Yeah, that's...
So, what are you doing? You said you wanted to use your thing again?
Yeah.
Which area did you want to go towards? Continue in District 12?
She wants to go to the cruise mix area.
So do you want to circle around and go to the cruise mix sector, or do you want to...
It's like,
We're in the Vernosian.
Cruise
You
Mix
guys
is
are
a couple
in the
wards over.
Vernosian...
yeah, where are we?
Verinos ward. You were in Sector 1.
Then we can
You would
start
have
over
to-
to the Aries Satus.
You'd have to cut through the Aries Satus wards and Sector 1 and 2 to get to the cruise mix sector.
Well, he won't be out of place in the Aries Satus ward.
No, he would not.
So.
But I'm also hunted by everyone in my race for screwing up the wedding.
That...
It's good back.
Sounds like a great place to go.
I don't
forgot
think she
about
knows
that.
that though.
So, what you're trying to do is you're trying to go across basically state lines so that the local cops can't pursue you.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
I pictured we'd be heading for the Battleborn Tower.
That's more towards.
That would be towards the center.
But
And I
I wanna
think they would
cross-
call in more cops.
Yeah.
If,
You went to the center. So
For the
we're going
slums, the watch are kind of. They don't really
Oh.
respond that
Alright.
much in force, but the closer you are to the tower, the more enforced it
Yeah.
is.
The cops towards the center of the city actually give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Alright. So you see the pie slice section? Like Vernosian Sector 1?
Mm-hmm.
That edge there? The slums section there? That from Vernosian Ward to the Aries A2 Sector 2 is about, I think, I said 18 miles.
Okay.
Okay. So Vera's gonna head that way.
Okay, so you're going to continue along on the border of District 12 in the slums and go the, I'll call it about 10 miles or so to the Ares A2 sector.
Yes. And she's also, I don't know how fast her move is.
Okay, you can move, 150 around with Sathai's gift.
Yes.
6 times. And you have all of those enhancements. So your base speed, 90?
It's 80.
80? Okay. That was close.
In the sunlight. Is it day or night right now?
It's
It
9
is
o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Alright. So is the sun peeking over? Or...
You were in shadow when you were on the ground level, due to the high buildings and the wall on the outside of the slums. The longer it takes, the more the sun's going to be shining down directly on you.
Okay.
Okay, but 80 feet. So 150 times 6, it's 2 is 300, so 1,200? 900 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, 900 feet, 980 feet. In 6 seconds, that's something crazy.
Miles
We'll have to
5,000.
explain the gifts later.
Yeah. Alright,
We'll
so
have a
that's
document somewhere of all the Guardians' gifts and
Yeah.
everything else.
100 plus miles per hour.
So,
So, take you about 11 minutes.
alright.
Okay.
And
So-
if Ajax is helping?
Oh, if you guys are tag teaming,
Yeah.
then you guys will get there in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys just tag team streak across the roof system of District 12 Vernosian sector. The watch officer that was trying to trail you on foot immediately starts falling behind. And your sensitive ears, Vera, managed to pick up him radioing in reinforcements, claiming something about, these fuckers are crazy. They're faster than anything I've ever seen before. They must be doing some sort of drugs. And you guys immediately notice the world's sort of blurring around you from how fast you guys are going. But you immediately notice that up ahead of you, you guys can see a blockade of the watch vehicles set up near the border between Vernosian area and the SmithyGCN area. Okay?
Alright.
What did you do?
Got any plans for this?
Oh, I will say that at this point you've ran enough that you have burned off most of the alcohol in your system to the point that you are mostly sober.
Or
Okay.
as sober as he
Usually is, yes.
Well, the thing is that Ajax is usually sober. It's just that he only drinks when he's gambling or out socializing. The problem is that he does that a lot.
Yeah.
So he's not an alcoholic. He's a social drinker.
And he's very social.
Yes, a very social person. So, got any plans?
You start shaking the cuff.
That I rolled a 16 this time.
Okay.
Escape artist is dexterity, so 24.
I'm gonna start falling if you let go or get out of these chains.
So you had a 20 what?
24.
24. Okay, so you can feel that you've almost got it. You just need a little bit extra leverage, maybe from someone who's got big, strong muscles. If you could just get just a little tap right there, you
Yeah.
can pop out of it.
Alright. Give it to me. Give it to me, girl.
I guess she'll grab onto your ankle then.
What are you doing? You're gonna
Try to
him
break
out?
the ankle?
She's going to grab onto his ankle while helping him with the cuff, getting the cuff off.
Okay, while he's floating up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. Plan B.
Which,
You have a
which,
healing spell.
which cuffs were you
Yes, I
trying
do.
to get out of? The ones on your hands or the one on your ankle?
Hands.
Let's do that one first.
Let's do the ankles.
The ankle first. Okay. So with Vera's assistance, you manage to pry into the locking mechanism enough that you manage to jimmy a bit of force magic in there and click the lock open.
Okay.
And the cuff releases out of your ankle. She's still holding on, and you look down. You realize that you're like 600, 700 feet up in the air.
Okay.
You're probably maybe at this point floating in the air about 775 feet or so, which is like 25 feet above the what is it? The roof line
Okay.
of this area.
Hmm. And we're no longer connected to each other.
That is true. You're not connected.
Get in the cupboard.
The cupboard was left behind.
Wait, what? Wait, we got unchained from the cupboard?
Yes,
Yeah.
she managed to.
Oh!
She managed to unhook your anklet from the cupboard and managed to cuff her wrist to your anklet.
I thought we were still chained together with the cupboard.
No, that would have been great, but no.
Okay.
Do what you're gonna do. They had one in the
Okay, so there's two ways out of this. There's the negotiation method, and there's the fight our way tooth and claw method.
Tooth and claw.
Okay.
Because
Hit me with
you
the-
know you can't do jack shit in convincing someone to do something for you.
If you had just gotten in the cupboard, it would all be fine. Alright, hit me up with a resurrection spell. And I put my hands behind my back to catch it.
Does he have...
I'm gonna use my spell absorption.
Oh, you're gonna use that
Racial
the-
ability.
Not racial.
No, the new spell that you managed to get
Your wish, yeah.
with the
So
wish.
yeah, I'm gonna help him with that.
Okay, which character level?
Well, I'm level 10.
Oh, right. It's based on the spell level. That is a level 5 spell. So you
Absorb 5 levels.
okay. So you're intentionally gonna let him try and beat your spell
Yeah.
power. Okay. All right. Just to make sure you don't completely screw it up, roll a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft.
So what do I add to that?
Wait, me or her?
No, just Ajax.
That is a 33.
33. Yeah, that's okay. That's good enough to even stressed out, half drunk, mostly hungover, flying through the air. Cops are after you. You still manage to focus enough on the magic around you that you manage to parasitically absorb the energy coming off of Vera.
Okay. How does this blockade look and work?
The blockade is basically set up to identify where you guys are at the moment. They have your trajectory, but they don't have eyes on you at the moment.
Okay.
You guys are still sort of a ways out. You guys are probably maybe quarter mile, a bit
Okay.
more, away from the blockade. And then the blockade is set up maybe a mile from the border.
I have a
And
question.
yes,
Can we Sith Eyes gift our way down?
absolutely. You
Then we
go
can
in
get
any
down
direction.
to the alleyway
Yes.
to try and avoid eyesight
Detection.
detection. Yeah.
Yes.
You were also skilled enough with that spellcraft check to notice that you were under the effect of a buoyancy spell. A rather botched one.
The one I cast on myself?
Yes, you notice that you're still under the effect of it.
Well, I mean, this is a bitch and I can fly now. No, this is just how Ajax
This
is.
is just how Ajax is.
Yeah, let's, Sethai's gift down, and dash under the bottom.
Okay, cool. So.
Or wait, hang on, no.
We're both.
I'm sober enough that I noticed that we're heading towards the Eerie Sage's ward.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
We need to go the other way.
We're like a car. We're both almost there.
Trust me, this is just as bad as the other way.
I don't know. I think you both will look quite out of place in a Cunning K-Hub.
Yeah,
Or-
very out of place.
Well, if we go fast enough, no one will see us.
Yeah, so we go very quickly through the Aries 82's ward.
I've done a great.
To my ward.
It's a great
Proof
plan.
mix ward.
It's a great plan. For fast enough, no one's gonna see us.
Yeah. Besides,
Okay,
you really think they're gonna see your blurring face?
that's true. I take my hat, I place it over my head, like down, over my face. I tell her, grab onto my back.
What? Can you see?
We're
Maybe?
both.
Vision check. What do I roll for a vision check?
I will give you a. You pull it down, like, how again? Like, over your eyes?
The bowl of the hat is like,
You're blind.
You're blind.
I'm blind.
Um.
Point me in the direction that we need to be flying.
Pointing isn't gonna help either.
I don't mean like literally pointing.
You could just have your hat
Do you
off
have
until we get to the Aries 82 section.
any ride skill points or pilot?
Okay.
I mean, you are a monster hunter thingy.
Yeah.
You might have something.
Yeah, I don't have anything in Rider Pilot.
Okay, so that's just a dexterity check then. Okay.
Yeah.
So, make a dexterity check to mount Ajax.
Can I choose to fail this check?
What check?
Well, it's like, it's like how you like chose to fail the.
Oh, you can choose to help her get situated on you,
Okay.
or you can
I'm
purposely
choosing.
choose to try and make it so she can't seat herself very well.
I'm going to try to make it so that she's like as comfortable as possible.
Okay, so you get an age check.
23 plus.
23. So roll a dexterity check.
It is 20, not natural.
Okay, so and you had what, 23?
3.
Okay, so you managed to awkwardly piggyback onto him. You're 8 foot tall, like over 200 plus pounds, like heavy set, muscle bound woman.
Yes.
Right? You're what? 5'6" something? 6
I think I said.
foot?
I think I said 6 foot flat.
So 6 foot flat. You sort of have like the muscles of Linguini.
Yeah.
Alright, but she still manages to position herself in a manner that doesn't strain your back or your muscles unnecessarily. They're still pretty strained. What is your strength score?
My strength score is 16.
16. Okay, maybe not Linguini.
Definitely not jacked up like a Warhammer Space Marine.
Vera. Alright. Alright, so it's sort of straining your muscles a bit.
Well, she's also weightless because she's under the effect of the.
Fluency.
Or is the weightlessness relevant, or not relevant, relative to the things that are not affected inside of it? I'll go with
Well, the
fact
thing
everyone's
is that she's in
levitating.
contact with me because the island was floating around because it was in contact with me.
Yeah.
Oh, and you swung the
Even if
island
it was
around like
indirect.
it had
Yeah.
nothing. Okay, so yeah, she's weightless.
Okay.
Alright, so you just have to deal with the awkward bulk of her mass pulling your center of gravity off to the side and everything. Okay. Alright,
So
so,
now-
you are situated okay. You have your one arm sort of like around his chest, the other arm like, I don't know, out for balance.
She's like motorcycle. You're riding on the back seat. There's no comfortable way to do it.
Okay. I'm just also trying to imagine like how you would piggyback someone who's 2 feet taller. Alright, so you're going to...
I'm going to run. Because as a Tenkin, I have a speed of 80 feet and my run is 6 times faster.
Right.
And then you can add the Sithai's gift.
Yes, and you can add it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does him being a worshipper of Sithai give him any bonuses to that gift?
Yeah.
In particular?
I don't know if we did this in the previous one, but Sithai's gift gives you expeditious retreat constantly, which basically means an additional plus 30 feet to your move speed.
Okay. I don't think I had that listed.
So, there you go.
Is that for when you're a worshipper of...
When you're a worshiper of Sithai. Oh, you also get plus 4 dex.
Okay,
You-
so my dexterity is now 30.
And you get plus 4 strength.
Awesome.
And produce flame at will.
What is my dexterity modifier if I'm...
30, it's plus 10.
Okay. And my speed is now 110 feet.
There you go. So you move at 660,
Feet.
almost 666. Alright. Realize screw produce flame, erupting firebolt. That will.
Nice.
You can look it up if you need it.
Alright, so the plan was, I put my hat over your face, you're on my back, we fly through the... We fly through the area Sator Sword.
Yeah, but first we're gonna head downwards, so
Yes.
we're in the alleyways.
Alright, let's do that.
And that way, in case when the spell ends, we're not gonna like drop.
Well, the spell lasts for like 10 hours, right?
Mm-hmm. Or until dismissed.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys start using Sithai's gift to dash down to the ground level.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you guys hit the ground and you have to take stock and reevaluate. Aspen. All that's been going on. You pinged one of the ward things, and it's setting off its tamper alert.
Oh, okay.
Alright, the watch is rushing over to it. They're scanning everywhere. They've got devices that they're pulling out that emit like a light purple light that seems to shine on things differently than normal light would. One of them gets a little wild and flashing it around, and it passes over your invisible self, and a brief portion of your pinky becomes illuminated in the purple light
Okay.
against the invisibility.
Alright. And what direction are they sweeping?
They are setting up a perimeter. They think that the person who was doing it was like right there. They've got the ward thing surrounded. So they've got, if the ward thing's in a corner, they have that lined with officers pointing their invisibility detection devices in that direction.
Okay, so if I start tampering with the one in the bottom corner, bottom left corner, a little bit more discreetly, I suppose.
Okay.
So that she is being she has a cover from the trash heap.
Also, if you
And the
manage,
corner of the building.
And then if I manage
and if I manage to
screw up this one too, then she can always make a dash for the trash.
Alright. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 35.
Alright.
We want to pause the recording and bring the dogs upstairs.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sure.
Just so they don't freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
And the
like
space is
right
kind
in
of
front of the
right next to
mic.
Oh yeah, that would be like devastating. Hopefully with no more interruptions from the dogs, we should be good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got a 35.
Yeah.
Alright, so learning from your mistakes with the previous alarm ward generating rod, you easily manage to break in past the security device anti-tampering setting and disable its ward field generation for a small area for you to flip through.
Okay.
And I do mean flip. You manage to hack into it, and you can tell that this thing projects it above in a dome and below in a dome.
Oh, great.
Completely enclosed in a sphere.
Wonderful.
Something, if you open up a hole in it, it'll be very noticeable to anybody who's on the ground. So you notice that the trash heap mounds up about 20 feet, right? And then the ward thing has gone up and encompassed the whole building. An additional, what was it, 30 stories? So it's like 300 feet.
Great. So she'll have to go through it, like, or dive through it, like.
You'll have to jump or float or however you're going to manage to get up maybe 60 feet in the air.
Okay. And where exactly did she put this opening?
You get to decide.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm deciding, perhaps near the trash heap, to put it like right around here.
Okay.
That way she can take cover in the trash heap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how tall is the trash heap actually?
20 feet mounted.
It's 20 feet.
So near the center where the ward line is, it's about 20 feet piled high. And then as it goes towards the edges, it slopes down.
Okay. Well, she'll put it around here so that it's 20 feet up, and then she only has about 40 feet of open air to go without cover.
Okay.
And plus, it's kind of out of range, or out of the area of, or sight line of people.
Mm-hmm.
If they're looking around.
Okay. Roll a
'Cause they're all clustered
stealth
in
check.
that quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. 51.
You are in the middle of maneuvering through the trash heap when purple light splays across your entire form, illuminating your invisibility against the again for all the world to see.
Okay.
Okay. But just because you were invisible doesn't mean that you were not taking precautions to use cover and remain hidden, camouflage yourself against different objects. So, purple light flashes over you, pauses for a second, and then continues onwards as one lone watchman is patrolling this side as everyone else is on the upper left-hand corner trying to figure out who's tampering with that.
Okay.
Managed to reach the top of the trash heap unaccosted, right? And you can see the pulsing ward's energy have a hole in it big enough for you to slip through. About 40 feet above your head.
Alright, can she TK herself through that then?
Yes, make a telekinesis check.
Okay.
Did you not put down the skill?
59.
Okay, 59?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you?
You are more agile and adroit in the air using your telekinesis to move yourself than you are on the ground, using your muscles to do backflips and other sorts of ninja activities.
Well, that explains a lot.
As you time your surge through the opening just right. It's flickering now. Your time's sort of running out, but you time it just right, and you dive in head first, and you twist your body so that the opening that tears open, it's not a perfect circle, it's sort of oblong, and it closes awkwardly at different rates. As you manage to throw your body through it and roll yourself with the tear so that you don't touch any of the ward's openings. Alright? And just as your toes manage to pull through the other side, right, the thing snaps shut, just as your little hacking thing fails.
Okay.
Okay, so you're outside of the ward enclosure.
Then she'll continue moving in the direction of the sloping garbage heap.
Mm-hmm.
Using the garbage heap as cover still. And...
Okay. There is a trio of patrol vehicles positioned below on either side of it, with a quartet of watch people there. 2 watch officers and 2 watch dogs at each car.
TK to fly.
No, I'm thinking she'll use one of her ninja techniques. Since she's out of range of the ward, she can use her teleportation technique.
Okay.
Within sight. And move herself past those guards.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna bypass?
Yep.
Okay. So you successfully managed to make it out of the building without killing anyone, but your target. And the people who accosted you.
Yep. And the witnesses.
We're not gonna tell anyone.
The only other witness that's been left unaccounted for was the bartender. And as you circle around the watch perimeter, you can tell that there's no possible way that you're going to be able to get to him. Right? He's inside the patrol car with a watchdog sitting almost in his lap. Right? There's several dozen officers just around the area where that watch car is, and it's back inside the ward.
Okay. I'll get him later.
Okay.
After he's already spilled his information.
But before he can be called as witness.
True.
He doesn't really have anything on her, other than the fact that he knows that you two weren't in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And that you two didn't kill her
Target.
yeah.
Sebastian, that was his name.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Okay. So, do you wait and watch? Do you escape to a safer area? Do you try to find your wayward companions who almost messed up your hit?
Well, she'll find them eventually. I'm thinking... I mean, it's kind of hard not to find Ajax.
Finding him is the easy part. Catching him is the hard part.
Yeah. I think she would want to stay and see if there's an opening for her to take out the remaining witness.
What long-range techniques do you have?
She has a floating scimitar, needles, any spells that she has, probably.
Hang on. While... Have we made it past the perimeter?
This is happening while you guys are still in the process of going down.
When we reach the ground, I'm gonna be like... Wait, hang on. You know, we should probably start telling people about this, because, like, I don't know if this was aimed at us or something. Like, just should start calling people, make sure that they're okay. I reach into I'd use my Guardian's gift to call everyone on my contacts list. Once again.
We just got attacked. Is everyone else okay?
Yeah. We're just about to leave the Renosian ward.
Sorry.
you
Vera, like, smacks you up the head and starts running.
Well, if her watch gets an alert, is it on? Does it have like a silent mode, or does it just go?
It depends on what she sets it on.
Asshole alert. Asshole alert.
Oh yeah, you can record different,
Ringtones.
ringtones and everything. Yeah.
Do not pick up the phone. It's not worth it.
She forgot to have the. She had her phone on vibrate.
Which is why she came to the.
When you first
Yeah.
contacted her to come over.
She just has me blocked. All right, Aspen's not picking up. You call
What about
her.
you, Aspen? I see it less of a as a like a real time thing, but more of a voicemail text
Okay.
message. So you can either have it displayed in text form or you can hear it when I'm speaking to you, but it's not real time.
All right.
She wouldn't have you blocked. She wouldn't.
In case I did actually have something important to say.
Unless you wanted her to kill someone for you. She'd probably always have everything on silent. She wouldn't have anything that would give her away when she's on a certain type of mission.
Okay. Do you respond at all? Your indicator lights up. You got a message from Ajax.
What does it say?
Says we're just about to leave the Renosian ward. Smack! Ah!
Yeah, like we're being chased. There was some. Was there something about a ring, or was that just the drink?
There's something about a ring.
Okay, yeah, there was something about a ring. So if you've got, hide your jewelry. Is all I'm saying.
She doesn't respond. Because she already knows. And she also thinks that you're an idiot for giving away your position when you're on the run. Like, who does that?
Well, it was supposed to be only like the 5 of you, or
What you?
4.
The Battleborn squad.
Battleborn
Yeah,
squad.
the Battleborn squad.
Well, either way, that thing can get tapped into.
Yeah.
Oh, it can.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure that there's magical devices, or at least we did before in other campaigns. We had devices, but we can do that.
All right. Well, Ajax didn't have that knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
Besides, I already did it once.
Right? It can't be that bad. Okay.